Let's discuss the .Fit Active Complete multivitamin formula, now with choline, that when combined with diet helps shore up the vitamin and mineral intake from food alone so that you achieve the Institute of Medicine's recommended vitamin and mineral intake, also known as the recommended dietary allowances, for both males and females starting at age 12, going through 17 with 1 tab. Then all males and very active females, ages 18 to 50, would take 2 tabs daily. But before we get into a few specifics, let's make sure we all know why everyone should take a simple, low-dose, daily, complete multivitamin supplement to complement the diet. As we all know, our bodies are made up of what we consume from our environment, and therefore nutrition creates every part of our structure and health, including the mother's consumed nutritional supply to a growing fetus. From day one, every part of our body's construction, so growth, development, and maintenance, is dependent on the indispensable actions of the vitamin minerals we ingest. And getting all the right ones in the right amounts to perform all this work is deemed necessary for proper development and long-term health, which is why our scientists set the recommended dietary allowances, or RDAs. Sadly, very sadly, study after study demonstrates virtually no one achieves the RDAs from food alone, especially within the calories that keep us lean, including yours truly. So clearly, of all the human essential nutrition, vitamin and minerals are the most difficult to attain in proper amounts, and not just because of the foods we choose, but also because they're basically invisible in our foods. I mean, can you really look at a plate and see all of them in all the right amounts and know they're all there each day for a lifetime? Therefore, everyone should make the correction from the vitamin mineral content in foods to reaching the RDAs by regularly taking an inexpensive, low-dose, complete, not incomplete, like found in mass consumer channels, but complete multivitamin mineral tablet from the beginning of life till end of days. This is not a trick equation. We've established the vitamin RDAs for best health. We don't reach them from the foods we ingest. So the answer is, you eat the best you can while always striving to eat better, and take a daily multivitamin mineral to complement your foods so that you achieve the RDAs of vitamins and minerals, which are established by our brilliant, not me, nutrition scientists for the best health outcomes for all life stages. The active multivitamin mineral formula and dosing recommendation carry on from where the kids' multivitamin leaves off at age 12, with 1 tablet daily through age 17 years. Then properly adjusted by using 2 tabs daily for males and very active females until age 50, unless otherwise noted. And by the way, our .Fit program, based on your input, can also make the proper recommendation for everybody. Now, let's remember that all humans require the same vitamins and essential minerals to create, develop, and maintain life. The difference are the amounts necessary for proper health and development during different life phases, which varies little after ages 14 to 18. However, from the beginning of life, including prenatal, through the early adolescence growth and development period, there are significant differences in the required amounts of vitamin and minerals, with the greatest adjustments taking place from birth to approximately age 12. Which is the age group where the .Fit Kids is used daily. But at age 12 years, the active at 1 per day picks up where the kids leaves off to complement this age group's foods to satisfy the larger and still growing body's vitamin and mineral needs during this life stage. And parents are reminded that this age group is generally the worst healthy diet offenders, leaving worrisome vitamin and mineral shortages during this important structure and functional development period, making proper supplementation especially important. The next age vitamin and mineral supplementation adjustment takes place at 18 years. Therefore, based on size and activity, persons would switch to 2 actives daily. Or normal active females begin the women's formula at 1 per day to achieve the same correction. Again, our software can determine this for you. Therefore, the strategically designed active multivitamin supplies vitamins and minerals in amounts necessary to complement the vitamin mineral content from typical food intake to reach the established dietary guidelines for Americans that promotes proper growth, development, and good health in youth, with the dosage altered as needed for the life phases and activity of persons ages 12 through 50 years. Now, up to 65 if you remain very active, such as competitive athlete. This formula considers food intake compared to the RDA and adequate intake recommendations for best health and supplies corrective amounts so that combined with diet and other, if necessary, supplement intake keeps the user within the safe and dietary reference intake recommended vitamin mineral range. And by the way, this range is defined as starting close or equal to the age group vitamin mineral RDA or adequate intake and end well below the designated upper limits. Most importantly, so virtually no one is left behind, this 4-in-1 product formula contains 20 vitamins and minerals, any of which are known to be potentially shorted when food alone is the delivery, so that the human vitamin mineral needs are shored up within any typical U.S. diet, other than those minerals that can't fit in acceptable pill size, such as calcium. Along with other often shorted vitamins and minerals, the DGA's 7 nutrients of concern, so that's fiber, choline, magnesium, calcium, vitamins A, C, and E, except calcium and fiber because of the pill side, are contained within the active multivitamin mineral in RDA corrective amounts when added to typical U.S. and other Western nations' diets. Finally, as described above, increased size and activity have the potential to utilize greater amounts of certain vitamins and minerals, and if supplied as within the active formula dosing recommendation, may contribute to better daily energy and recovery to help support a prolonged ability to perform desired activities. So here's just a small sample of the specialized and unique active formula considerations. As with all our formulas, all ingredients contained in this formula maintains the basic rules of filling vitamin mineral gaps left from food, no matter the general Western diet or designated age. Additionally, this formula follows the same vitamin mineral structural guidelines of all .fit multivitamin mineral formulas, such as the kids, vegans, women's, over 50, in that the ingredient forms and dosage and their controlled release delivery are consistent in what's shown to be potentially more beneficial than what's contained in multivitamin mineral products commonly found in consumer channels. Let's look at just a few of the .fit 4-in-1 multivitamin improvements over mass-produced multivitamin mineral products for this population, as they include, but not limited to, the following. The 4-in-1 refers to the fact that you generally have to purchase 4 different products to get what one active multivitamin product supplies in proper doses, and even at the cheapest internet prices to try to match the active 20 vitamin mineral ingredient formula, it costs in the range of $50 to $60 a month, and especially now that we've added choline and very high vitamin D. So huge savings here. But let's look at more reasons the active is superior to mass market pretenders. First and foremost is the food consideration. No one does this. Meaning regardless of the generally acceptable energy-containing diet, the formula is designed to complement the food intake of the vitamin mineral content so you reach the RDA levels. And by design to make sure no one is left behind, meaning everyone based on food alone is below the RDA in at least one, but generally many more vitamin minerals, the active .fit complete multivitamin mineral formula shores up those known gaps wherever they may be, while also supplying the additional potential needs for this specific age, size, and/or activity group. All right, number 2, all-around synergy. This formula, like all our formulas, maintain a synergistic relationship with all .fit health products and general age group food intake. Therefore, including diet, multiple product use of any combination, users remain in the known, safe, and recommended vitamin mineral range. Next benefit. Proper vitamin exercise antioxidant support. The active multivitamin does not contain A, C, or E in amounts that have an uncertain relationship with blunting desired exercise adaptation, but does contain amounts shown to support exercise recovery, including immune support in highly active and often energy-restricted athletes. This active formula also contains both forms of vitamin K, K1 and K2, as they have similar and unique properties. K2 has recently emerged as serving an important role in cardiovascular and bone structure, function, and health, including directing proper calcium deposition. Vitamin B12 is in 2 forms, methylcobalamin and cinacobalamin. Both forms are important, but methylcobalamin, compared to other forms, is most effective at being delivered to the neurons to support brain health. Now, this formula contains magnesium, both forms, citrate and oxide. And magnesium is involved in more than 300 biochemical reactions in the body, especially those that are involved in energy metabolism, bone health, neurotransmitter synthesis. Magnesium in this formula complements the typical American diet to achieve desired magnesium levels and when needed, works synergistically with the .Fit Super Calcium, which also contains magnesium, thus keeping total intake in the safe and recommended nutrient range. The magnesium in this formula is in both oxide and citrate form for better bioavailability as compared to just a single salt form. All right, now here's the big daddy we just added, choline bitartrate. Choline bitartrate is rarely found in a multivitamin mineral formula. Choline is now considered an essential nutrient for proper muscle, liver, and brain structure and functions, lipid metabolism, cellular membrane composition, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Depending on the age group, over 90% of Americans and other populations of modern Western nations have been found to be dangerously below the established adequate intake, and therefore, choline is now listed as a nutrient of concern by the Dietary Guidelines for Americans, or what we call the DGA, meaning without correction, potential related health problems loom. Because of choline's indispensable role in cellular structure development, choline is especially important during pregnancy, lactation, and early child development. Two actives deliver 250 milligrams of choline to complement the typical dietary intakes. Okay, now vitamin A. Vitamin A is in both forms. It's in the preformed vitamin A and in provitamin A, such as beta-carotene, since they metabolize differently and have unique and mutual actions. Having both forms satisfies inter-individual differences in metabolism to help ensure desired levels. Now, the vitamin D3 in this formula contains higher levels compared to other multivitamin mineral formulas to not just shore up the falling dietary vitamin D content of typical food intakes, but also meet the newer progressive recommendation that goes beyond solely achieving needs established for bone health to reach the vitamin D levels associated with improved overall health and recovery, and especially for active exercisers, including competitive athletes, as vitamin D concentrations have been shown to have a positive correlation in athletic performance. All right, let's talk about typical use. Everybody aged 12 to 17, so male and female, take one daily immediately following the first meal. Now, males 18 through 50 take two daily immediately following the first meal and then at the end of your last meal of the day. Or you could take them both at once if you forget. Okay. Now, all hard training male and female athletes, age 18 to 65, take two, as I just described. And by hard training, here's what we mean: participating in daily extended training sessions and regularly controlled energy intakes. All right, notes. Now, if your female's 18 to 50 with normal daily activities, you'll be using the women's formula.